That is bike riding. that is a bad bike riding.
Yeah, it is a bad rider.
It is. Okay, all right. Well, thank you all for allowing me to be here today. I just, first of all, thank you for the devotion. Very much, the Lord has got many chances, and I thank you for that. There's no condemnation in our home, so I'm thankful for that too. One morning, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up, and as Mrs. Kentucky International, let me backtrack. I have a tendency of speaking really fast. But I won the title of Mrs. Kentucky International in September. I started my reign in January. I've done a lot of great things throughout my reign so far, and neat, exciting things. And my platform is Mrs. Kentucky International. It's adoption of young adults, which is those that are 18 and out, or have never been in the foster care system, or have been on the streets and no one's paying attention to them. But, you know, as I was saying, I woke up one morning and I said, I have to talk to you guys, because you guys have always been on my heart, the CMA chapters, everywhere around the United States, because you have a heart and you think outside the box. And you're the first organization, Christian organization, that I even have approached. I've spoken in different places, but I just love you guys. When I was in Florida, I always used to watch the CMA chapter at our church. And I just my heart always, because I understood that you guys love people. And when you mentioned about the man that wakes up and eats just for the beer, well, I was raised very traditional. And has anybody ever heard of Bob Jones University in Greenville? Very strict, you know, but we would have never been allowed to even approach that kind of person. And so that is where my heart is here with you. And I wanted to say that first, right? And so as my platform, when I speak of adoption, is not only my platform, it's been my life for the last 15 years. Our family consists of 24. We only have 16 at home. We've adopted 12 young adults. So when I say it is my platform, but it is also my passion, my love, and my life. And that's what I'm here to share with you. During this reign, I've noticed that Kentucky does not have adoption specialty tags, which is very concerning to me, because we have 764 young kids that age out of the system here in Kentucky alone, which means, if you're familiar or not familiar with that, that means that these young adults that are 18, and they say, well, you know what, I'm not ready to go to college, I'm not emotionally ready, I still want a mom and dad. Well, they say, well, too bad, let's pack up and go on the streets. But where are we? We're not making that aware. Why are we not having specialty tags to say adoption, to bring that out in this community? So that's one thing I wanted to mention to you. We need 255 more applications. So anywhere I speak or anywhere I'm invited to, I always bring these along. And I wanted to tell you about that first of all. And the other thing I wanted to share with you, any questions so far? Come on.
Sludgy, go ahead.
Okay. But these young adults, when I speak about them, I was invited to WPKO and I spoke at the TV station, and we have a tendency to think that because these young kids are 18, we think that they don't want a mom and dad in their lives. Well, not necessarily do they have to come out of the system, but we have a little slogan in our website that says, what does it say? Don't act like you don't see me. And it's basically a young kid that's sitting on the streets that no one's paying attention to. And throughout this last few months, my husband and I have founded an organization called Ruth's Hope Project. Are you all familiar with the story of Ruth? Yes. You remember how Ruth came to Naomi and Naomi took her in as her own. That's what it's all about. And it's just reaching out to those young kids that are 18 or older. We have in our home right now, from ages of, I have 2 grandsons at home, and from the ages of almost 2 years old, all the way to an adopted daughter that's 36 years old. And so my heart is just letting you know about this, because we're encouraging baby boomers, like our age group. I just turned 50 a couple of weeks ago. So, so anyway, so I'm letting you know that that's what really the initiative is, to encourage those that are age group to, you know, we're not through. These young kids, that we've had the experiences and the things that we have been through, that we can help them. They are looking for moms and dads like us that can help them. And so that is why I'm here. And I just wanted to share that with each one of you guys. And just, I don't know how we can, honestly, when I woke up that morning and saying, I got to speak to you guys, I don't know what God was doing, but I'm here. And I really somehow or another to help one another throughout the rest of my reigns here, I would just love to see that, whether you're at rights, whatever it takes, and to just get the word out. And I love the idea of making a lot of noise. And so you guys can make noise, and I need you guys. So I somehow know that's why I'm here. I just wanted to speak about that, and it's just my heart, and it's my life, and I love what we do, and that's why I'm here today. And one more thing, I did want to explain a little bit about Mrs. International. When I went out for Mrs. International, my mom always, because of her being so conservative and everything, now I understand why. People would always approach her and say, why do you put her in this? Why do you do the honor? Why do you do this? My mom always smiled and say no. And now I really respect my mom because she held back. I was not mature or confident in the Lord enough to wait all these years to enter what I entered in this beauty pageant. Has helped me not only to understand her more and knowing that right now, what is this beauty pageant about? It's my heart. I'm able to speak on behalf of the defenseless. And that is what I'm so excited about. And I'm one of the older ones that have won the pageant and throughout the whole Commonwealth of Kentucky. So I'll be going to Chicago in July, representing the whole Commonwealth of Kentucky as Mrs. Kentucky International. And then I think. Yeah.
Do y'all have any questions for me?
Jimmy wants to know if you can adopt it.
Talk to me.
You have to take it off.
I'll go with you. That's it, yeah.
Sign the papers.
She's not even gonna contest that one. She's gonna make it take it.
All three.
Do we have anything else that I have missed that anybody can think of?